I think a lot of those really rich experiences are going to be in these very constructed environments.
Is the bridge when they figure out some sort of a neural interface? So instead of having these extraneous things, instead of having like a fan blowing at you or
Yeah.
the ground moves a little bit, have everything happen inside your head.
Well, in terms of neural interfaces, there are two approaches to the problem, roughly, right? There's the kind of jack it into your brain neural interface, and then there's the wrist-based neural interface thing that, we showed you for Orion, the smart glasses.
Yeah.
And I would guess that, I think it's going to be a while before we're really widely deploying anything that jacks into your brain. I think that there are a lot of people who don't want to be the early adopters of that technology. You want to wait until that's pretty mature before you get that. I mean, that's basically going to get started in medical use cases, right? So if someone loses sensation part of their body, and now you have the ability to fix that.
Like the first Neuralink patient.
Yeah. So I think you'll basically start with people who have pretty severe conditions, who the upside is very significant, before you start jacking people in to play games better, right?
Right.
But a wrist-based thing, that's something, people wear stuff on their wrist all the time, right? So, and what we basically found there, that doesn't do input to you, but it's good for giving you the ability to control a computer, because basically you have all these extra neurons that go from your brain to controlling your hand. Your hand is super complicated, and there's actually all these extra pathways because for a bunch of reasons. Neuroplasticity, in case you lose the ability to use one, they want to be able to have others. So you want the redundancy, because being able to use your hand is super important. So in normal use, we've kind of all figured out some patterns of how we send signals from our brain to our hand. And I think the reality is there's all these other patterns too that are unused today. So you can put a wristband on your wrist that can measure activity across these neurons. And today we're starting by basically measuring as you're moving your fingers. But over a few versions of this we're going to get to is you won't actually even have to move your hand. You'll just trigger these neurons in opposing ways. It's you probably can't see right now. It's I'm kind of flexing something in this finger and something here. So it's not actually moving, but there's some signal that the neural interface wristband, if I were wearing it, could pick up.